Hi, my name is Matt Crowley, Product Manager here at Atlas Copco. And in today's video, we're going to take a look at what exactly a workplace is in ILS 2.0. With that said, let's go ahead and jump into the software. So the first thing we should do here is create a new workplace. And in order to create a new workplace, we're going to click on the plus sign on the screen here. Before we go any further, it's probably good to explain what a workplace is. So essentially a workplace is something that we can assign to an operator, and this is where we're going to determine how many operators we have working at one time. So let's say we have two operators working in one station at the same time. In that case, we'd have two operators or two workplaces, one for each operator. And then within each workplace, we can have multiple different work pieces assigned to that operator and their tool. So first, we're going to go ahead and name the workplace. In our case, we'll just name the first workplace something simple like seat. Next, we should choose the tool the operator is going to be using for this workplace. So we'll choose ITB. You can see that we do have two different options here though. And then we have to choose our position selection method. So from the drop-down menu, we have a few different options to choose from. We have ILG selected, batch selected, P-set selected, where the P-set would choose or dictate how we're going to run this, and then external monitor selected as well. So we'll choose ILG selected, which means that the ILG software, or SpotPoint in this case, is going to dictate what we run. Then we have our workpiece. In this menu, we're going to determine how we enable everything to start. So we have a few different options. We have fixed workpiece, which is the same workpiece every single time, meaning it never changes. We have VIN or barcode selected. We have batch number, and P-set number matches workpiece ID. And in this case, we would want the P-set number or the batch number to match the workpiece ID. Just to give you an example, if we were wanting to start P-set number 1, we would have to tie that to workpiece ID number 1. So we just want to make sure the name of the workpiece matches what the P-set number is. We also have some additional parameters here that we're going to skip over. Those are not to be used with the ILS 2.0 version of the software. And then we have some different HMI options we can enable or disable. To give you an example, we have snap to position, which allows us to have the crosshairs on the screen immediately snap to the position when we get close to it. We have skip position, allowing it to skip the position, the finish workpiece, and reset process control as well. That are just some additional HMI options that we have that we can enable in addition to this test mode, which really that only is going to get used for demonstrative purposes. And that's something that customers would generally not use. And next, what I would want to do is I would want to go ahead and click Save to save this. Before I do that though, I will go ahead and enable the skip position and finish workpiece options here, because there's something I would like to illustrate in a separate menu. So I'm going to select those and then save. And then in the top right now, if I click the drop-down menu next to Mode, you can see that Seat, which is our workplace that we just created, shows up. So if we go to that and click Seat, it brings us to this process menu. This is what the operator would see when they are running their workpiece. We would have an image here, and then you can also see in the top right that finish workpiece and skip position that we enabled back in the HMI options now show up here as well under this workplace. So that wraps up today's video on evaluating what exactly a workplace is in ILS 2.0. If you have any further questions, reach out to your local Atlas Copco rep, and as always, thank you for watching.